guys, it's Kelsey here. So today I just filmed this makeup tutorial for you guys, and it is the perfect Christmas party look. It's very extra and very festive. So I decided to do this really pretty emerald green look for you guys because I want to do some color this year. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. Let me know if you guys are going to try it for an upcoming Christmas party. Just stay tuned for this look. Okay guys, so I already have one eye done for you just to save some time because I had to kind of practice what look I was going to do first. Because when you're working with colors, it's usually a little bit more difficult. So that's why I went ahead and did one eye first. First thing that I did was I just primed my eyelid. And I'm just using this MAC concealer in the color NC45. And I'm just going to put that all over my lid. And I'm just using the finger of my broken nail because it's a lot easier to work with. Because this nail is way too long to like use on my eyelid. So this broken nail is coming in handy today. Okay guys, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with a transition color. And I'm not gonna use too much of this just because you just kind of want to use this to help like the blending process. And I'm just going in this Urban Decay On The Run palette. This is one of my favorite travel palettes because it has so many nice colors in it and it's really small. But I'm just gonna take Shag Van and Road Soda. It's the two colors at the top on the ends right here. So Shag Run and Road Soda. A little bit more of Road Soda, but I'm just gonna take that in my crease area very lightly, like with a light hand. Like I'm not trying to like go in because this is not the focus of the look. And plus it's gonna disappear a little bit as you add more color, but this just helps you have a transition shade because you're transitioning into something else. That's the point of a transition shade. I just decided to not do my face first today because this had a lot of fallout. And then next I'm going to be taking a color from this Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions palette. So the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions palette, this is my first time using this palette actually, because I mostly only use like the orange one and the red one. Those are my favorites. Y'all know I don't use color like that, so of course this is going to be my first time using this, but I just thought that it was the perfect time for me to use this because I don't think I've ever done an emerald look before. But I'm just going to go in with this olive green color in the corner. It's coming up way lighter on camera than it actually is in the pan, which is kind of annoying. But I'm just going to go in with that first in the deeper crease. So right up under where I applied that transition shade. And this color, it kind of looks khaki, like a khaki emerald, like in the pan. So you do have to build it up a little bit. And as you notice, I took it like all the way in the inner crease. So outer crease to inner crease. And I'm kind of creating like a winged effect too. So I'm kind of like pulling it out just a little bit. And then I'm just going to take like a pencil brush and go in with black. This is just, I'm just taking Carbon by MAC and I'm just going to go right in the outer crease. So I'm not going to drag this all the way in. I'm just going to keep it on the outside. Okay, so now for the star of the show, I'm gonna apply my lid color. I'm just gonna take the color in the middle at the bottom, and it's this really pretty shimmery emerald green color, and I'm gonna apply that all over my lid. But first I need to spray my brush because these don't like go on the lid as well if they're not a little bit wet. So I'm just taking some of this Estee Lauder Set and Refresh Perfecting Makeup Mist. So it's pretty much like Fix Plus, but I don't have any more Fix Plus, so I'm just using this. This is olive green that's already on my lid, and I mixed a little bit of the emerald green in the center with the olive. So those are the two colors I'm going back and forth between. I know y'all are like, Kelsey, really? You can just use one color, girl? But I just had a vision in my head and one color wasn't coming up exactly how I wanted to, so I just decided to mix both of them. So that's what I'm doing. Y'all be asking me to do more color looks, so here you go. Color is a little bit more complicated to work with because you don't know how it's going to look on your skin tone or like how it's going to oxidize or settle. You just don't know. I'm just mixing these two together. So kind of creating a sandwich So olive green, the emerald green, and then olive green back on top. Because I like them better together. See, I don't like this by itself. I like this color a little bit better. So that's why I prefer to go back in with the olive green over top. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of carbon in my outer crease just to darken it up just a little bit. Black is also a very annoying color to work with, in my opinion. Y'all let me know if it is for y'all. I don't know, that's why I'm a neutral girl. They're just so, they're like a no-brainer. You definitely have to have patience to work with colors, but I feel like neutrals anybody can work with. Like if you're just starting out doing your makeup, or if you don't do your makeup that often, neutrals are just very easy to work with, and it's kind of hard to mess up. And then for my inner tear duct, I just use some of my highlighter that I'm gonna put on my face. This is Mirage by Morphe. And usually when I do a colorful look, it's just easier just to use the highlighter color in my inner tear duct, because sometimes I don't always know what eyeshadow color to pick. It's just an easy decision just to use the highlighter that you're going to be using, okay? And then now I'm just going to do a little bit of liquid liner. I'm going to do like a little bit of a wing, not too dramatic. Okay, we're just gonna ignore that that wing is way bigger than that one. This is why lashes help too, because it kind of like camouflages certain things that you don't want people to notice. Speaking of lashes, the lashes that I'm going to be applying are from Huda Beauty. These are the Lottie number 19 lashes. So I'll have them down below for you guys. But yeah, these are really pretty for like super glam makeup. I really like these, and they're not too thick to the point where you can't see the actual look through the lashes. I'm not really into lashes where you can't even see the actual look, because you just basically wasted your time doing all that work for your lashes just to cover up everything you just did. That's why I like these. They're perfect for any look, but especially like a full glam look when you actually want to showcase like your eyeshadow. It gives the illusion of like nice fluttery lashes, but it still lets the eyeshadow shine, you know? So lashes on, we'll go back to the eyes to finish up the lower lash line. But now I'm just gonna go ahead and start on my face, and I'm going to prime with this Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. So I have been liking this now that it's a little cooler outside, but it's not the best for me personally for spring and summer, just because I'm too oily for that. But this is perfect for this time to me because it helps with dry areas. It does get a little tacky as you rub it in, which is perfect because you want your makeup to, you know, grab hold of the primer so that it stays all day. That's pretty much why it's called Hydro Grip. Yeah, grip primer. Okay, so yeah, if you do like this, you're gonna notice that it's like kind of tacky, but that's what you want. So for foundation, I'm just gonna be using my Cover FX Power Play foundation in the color N100. Okay, so now for concealer, I'm just gonna mix two of my favorite concealers. I'm gonna mix the, well, apply on top of each other. The KKW Beauty number 14 and the Cover FX Power Play Concealer in the color G Deep 2. Okay, so now while I bake a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the lower lash line. I'm just gonna take a smudge brush. I'm gonna go in with that like khaki olive color, and I'm just gonna go over my entire lower lash line. I'm just gonna pat. So you don't want to do like this because you're gonna create more fallout that way. You just want to pat. And then I'm gonna take this pencil brush and go in with Carbon and go in on my outer lash line. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit of the color that's on my lid, the olive color, like the shimmery olive color, and I'm gonna go right in the front of my lower lash line with that. So not inner tear duct, but like the front of the lower lash, if that makes sense. Then I'm just gonna line my waterline with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Waterproof Gel Liner in Dark Side. And then I'm just gonna pop on some mascara on my lower lash line as well as my upper lashes. Okay, so now I'm just going to melt my powder into my face. I don't sweep mine away or anything just because I'm oily and I'm just utilizing all the powder I can. But if you're not as oily, you can always just like sweep the excess powder away, but this just helps me to not get as oily as fast if I just pack it into my face. And then I'm gonna apply a little bit of powder. I'm just gonna use my Makeup Forever Duo Matte Powder. I clearly need another one of these. And I'm just gonna pack that all over my face because this is a going out look, so you wanna make sure your makeup does not move all night. And this is very necessary if you're oily like me. And then next, we're gonna apply some bronzer. This brush is broken, so let's just hope it doesn't come apart as I'm using it. By the way, this is the Morphe E34. This is a good brush, but I guess water got into it when I was cleaning it and it just came apart. Actually, I think I'm just gonna not even use this part because it's gonna keep breaking. And for bronzer, I'm just using Mocha Mami from Fenty. And then for highlighter, I'm just gonna use Mirage, the same color I put in my inner tear duct from Morphe. Just like a really pretty, darker champagne color, almost bronze, like a pretty champagne bronze color. Okay, so guys, for lips, I'm gonna be doing a gloss, and I'm just going to line my lips first. I'm just gonna use the Kat Von D Crucifix liner. Okay, so I'm not gonna fill my lips all the way in. I'm just lining like the outer portions of my lips. And then I'm just gonna put my gloss over top of that, and I'm using the Pat McGrath Bronze Temptation lip gloss. And this is one of my favorite glosses of the moment. I'm obsessed. It's so pretty and pigmented, and it's not sticky.